This is an RNZ podcast.
E ngā mana o te motu, tēnā koutou katoa. Welcome to In Case You Missed It, an insight into what's going on here in Aotearoa and around the world. Ko tāne tōku ingoa, and well, it's been 50 years since we last travelled to the moon. This week, NASA named the 4 astronauts who will fly around the moon late next year, including the first woman and the first African-American assigned to a lunar mission.
I look forward to the day that we continue to break boundaries even at the moon. And that's what we see our role as. We're enabling those next missions.
Mean to see some diversity up in space. Next up, Māori on the moon. Electric scooters, now you either love them or you hate them, and France definitely isn't a fan, with Paris now looking to ban them altogether after a load of accidents. But here in Aotearoa, scooters are still going strong, even despite ACC receiving more than 10,000 e-scooter related claims costing more than $30 million since they were introduced here. Taranaki Maunga just took a big step closer to becoming a legal person with the initial signing of a treaty settlement between the Crown and Taranaki iwi. The same rights have already been given to Te Urewera, the mountains between Hawke's Bay and the Bay of Plenty, and to the Whanganui River. The move will mean the mountains' rights can be represented in court and in Parliament. Sumeke. Former Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern gave her final speech to Parliament as her parliamentary career comes to an end. News for what's next for Jacinda emerged too. She has been appointed as a representative to the Christchurch Call, an international group working to stop violent content being shared online. She will join the board of Prince William's Earthshot Prize, which each year supports people with great ideas to protect the environment.
One of the reasons that I have joined the Earthshot board is because of their focus on urgent optimism. The idea that with the support of those individuals and community groups who are innovating and who are taking climate action, we can achieve our goals.
All the best, Jacinda Ardern. This week we get to celebrate New Zealand's sign language, the language of our deaf community. It was officially made the 3rd language of Aotearoa this week in 2006. NZSL for short has a distinct vocabulary and grammar that was developed in the deaf community here. Most countries have their own sign language because it differs from country to country and even region to region. New Zealand Sign Language can express concepts from both English and te reo Māori. From spoken word to written word, many of us know someone with dyslexia. But how does dyslexia actually affect them?
When you look at written words, do the letters ever move around or swap in and out of place? No? Well, that's what words and letters might look like if you have dyslexia.
And even if they look normal, it's still difficult to work out the sounds they make. That's because people with dyslexia use a different part of their brain when they look at words on a page or screen. And this part of their brain mixes up the letters and makes it difficult to learn to read, write, and spell.
1 in every 10 New Zealanders are dyslexic. That means over 500,000 Kiwis have dyslexia. And guess what? If you're one of those 10%, it might not feel like it all the time, but having dyslexia means you're more likely to be super smart. Because people with dyslexia are usually of above average intelligence. They often become engineers, industrial and graphic designers, architects, and are extremely creative because they think in pictures and have amazing visual skills.
Dyslexia won't stop you from being successful. Even some famous talented people have it.
And nowadays, technology is helping people with dyslexia with apps that make use of sight, sound and such.
For dyslexic building apprentices, a new gadget is proving to be a bit of a game changer. What are called C-Pen readers, devices which can scan and read out text.
So if you or anyone you know has dyslexia, then remember you might have trouble making out words, but you're way better at lots of other things.
Indeed. Shout out to my dad. Disney has announced that Moana is being developed as a live-action feature. The production is in the early stages still, but Dwayne Johnson is set to return as Maui.
Moana, Gramatala, the music, the dance, Te Whiri, Pua the pig, the village, the beautiful, powerful ocean, and one more, what's that guy's? Oh, yours truly, Hey Hey the chicken. Kidding, Hey Hey's gonna be in it, but of course Maui will be in it too.
Well, if you want to introduce a new character, maybe Maui's little cousin or something, I'm available. Well, that's in case you missed it for this week. Thank you for joining us. The long weekend is here and the school holidays are on. Hei kona.